PuckiPuppy, this brand that reached out to me, wanted to send me this bike so that I could check it out and test it, get into this together. I'm not sure what to expect. This is supposed to be a commuter bike. We'll see. Box of accessories, apparently. Okay, some miscellaneous stuff in here. User manual, a whole set of hex wrenches, an air pump, some decent little wrenches. Oh wow, they even include a bike cover, bike tarp kind of thing. That's pretty nice. Yet another box, including more boxes. Comes with a bike lock, comes with a phone holder, not bad. Looks like a bottle holder too, that's nice. Some decently sized side mirrors. In a way, for the price, I know that this isn't a cheap bike. I think it's like $1,200. So it's nice that they throw in a lot of like little accessories. But other than that, I don't want to bore you so much with the assembly, so I'll be right back as soon as that's done. Almost done assembling the bike. It comes with this screen here. Interesting, it has some pins on the back and the pins on the screen that mate together. I haven't seen anything like this, but it's pretty cool. So it just kind of slides in and then you push it down and then it's latched in place. And there's some release tabs here, and if you press these, it pops back out. So this is the bike fully assembled. It wasn't terribly difficult to assemble. I found this fender to be quite annoying because it can be adjusted the length of this rod here. I don't like that. I wish it was just the correct size, but minor detail. This was extremely tough to turn for some reason. I don't know why it was so tight, but I had to put a lot of force on this to turn. Other than that though, the assembly was pretty easy. It took me about 45 minutes to assemble, and it has a couple of accessories that I want to take a look at before we move on. All right, so in addition to sending me this bike, they sent their premium package. Supposedly has a couple of cool items in here, so I'll just go through that real quick. I'm not sure what this is. I'm guessing it kind of goes on here. So this is it's an insulated bag. It has some Velcro straps on the bottom so that it can go onto this rear rack. This thing's pretty sick. Definitely going to be putting this on the back rack. Other than that, in my opinion, this is really nice. It's quite heavy, but it's a rack. And as you could see, there's these 4 slotted holes here. On the front of the bike, you have 4 holes. So that mounts onto right there. Pretty sweet, very heavy. It's good for like bulky objects for sure, because it does look quite strong. However, as you could see, there's these big holes on the side. So obviously you can't throw any small items into here without putting them in a bag first. Other than that, it seems pretty well built. It says here that it has a maximum rated limit of 13 kilograms. That's like what, 30 pounds? That's a lot of capacity for a front rack. Other than that, we got some kind of LED light, nice to have. Additionally, we have some hardware. This is to mount the front basket. Looks like sun visors. Interesting from a fashion standpoint. I cannot speak to the quality of these because I don't know anything about sun visors or sunglasses, but neat. And finally, a helmet. Yep. It's a helmet. If you decide that you want to get this bike from this video, then use the link in the description. It should automatically apply my discount code DIM50, which will give you 50 bucks off of the bike when you check out. Other than that, let's get into it. Let's go ahead and do the very first proper test ride. So I'm going to start from a standstill so we can get a feel for the acceleration, just using the throttle. All right, let's go. All right, 10 miles per hour, 15. 18, 20 miles per hour. And at this point, because I haven't unlocked it, and nor do I plan to unlock it past 20 miles per hour, it caps out at 20 and it's not gonna give me any more speed. So I'm gonna go ahead and reduce the pedal assist because I kinda wanna treat it like an actual bike. So a nice thing about this bike is that it has both torque and cadence sensing. The screen is not necessarily a screen that I've seen before, and the fact that it's removable is pretty interesting. Having a throttle is nice for getting out of certain scenarios. It of course has a Shimano shifter. It has hydraulic brakes, which is pretty sweet. They seem to be decent, but overall a really comfortable ride. The seat is nicely cushioned. There's a lot of adjustability in the handlebars. I haven't played with it too much. I don't think this is the most comfortable position I can get it into, but I like that it's adjustable. That's a really nice feature. I checked their website, and apparently if you order now, you're gonna get the premium kit that I've been mentioning in this video. If you order this bike, you can actually get a spare battery for 99 bucks. And if I was ordering this, I would definitely get that because it's 99 bucks. I mean, for a whole battery, it's a 15 amp hour battery, which is usually not 99 bucks. It's usually like at least $300-400, like even the lower end ones. So you're saving a good amount of money getting that. The basket in the front, super big. Could easily throw a backpack, a couple things up there. If you're doing food delivery, you could throw that up there and actually watch the stuff that you're delivering rather than it being behind you. Decent little bell. Certainly better than nothing. A lot of e-bikes don't seem to come with any sort of bell, or not even like a mechanical bell, let alone like an electric bell. So having some kind of bell is pretty sweet. I do love the fenders on this. A lot of the aspects of this bike really make it a good commuter bike. The fact that it has fenders, the fact that it has lights, the fact that it has turn signals is pretty awesome. You really don't see turn signals all that often on bikes, so it's really nice to have. And the fact that it actually has some pretty good gearing, like let's see, I'm right now in the maximum gear and I'm able to get to 23 miles per hour, so just a bit above the speed limiter. And also the road tires are very nice, you know. This isn't like some super wide fat tire e-bike that is just gonna have loud tires. It rolls super smooth, super quiet. The tires that this comes with seem to be of pretty good quality. So overall, quality wise, this bike is pretty good. They definitely didn't cheap out in any of the typical places that you see. It feels like a pretty reliable bike, but I can only say so much having only been on it for about 20 minutes, right? So I'm just gonna put this thing through the ringer as time goes on, and I'll make a follow-up video once this hits probably 500 miles, because I am gonna be using this bike to commute, and it is a nice bike, so I think it deserves a follow-up. Got to be careful with these tires when you're on some gravel. It's very easy to wipe out. That goes for any bike that doesn't have super knobby tires. Always got to be careful over small rocks, sand, those kind of things. The bike feels not too heavy, especially considering the fact that I have a front rack and a rear rack on here. It's really not too heavy. I did not tighten this screen, so that's why you see it kind of going up and down over and over again. So sorry about that, but yeah, that's my fault. Forgot to tighten this. Must have messed with it earlier. The phone mount that it comes with seems pretty good. I really have no complaints there. This light, nothing crazy. Same with the front headlight. It's a little bit dimmer than I'd like. I would like it to be brighter for the safety at night. The fact, because it has turn signals, it has all these like nice little safety features, but the lights are, well, lacking a bit. I do like the frame design, and the way that the battery integrates with the frame is nice. Overall, it's a pretty good looking bike. I do think overall for the quality, the price really isn't bad. Last time I checked, this bike was available for 1,100 bucks. And with the bike, you get that premium kit, and you can add for $99 the secondary battery. So I'd say that's a really good value overall. They claim to use Samsung and LG cells, which are known high quality batteries. Yeah, all that rattling is coming from this phone mount because it doesn't have anything right now. Sorry about that. Might have annoyed some viewers. I love the turn signals. I love using turn signals. It helps for sure. The only thing is that it has rear turn signals. It does not have front turn signals. So if you're turning right or left, only the drivers behind you are gonna know that, not the drivers in front of you. So you gotta keep that in mind. It's limited in its features, but still, something is way better than nothing, and too many e-bikes have nothing. but I would like to see them go one step further and add some more lights, add some more safety features. I love that torque sensing. So that's pretty much it for this video. I'm sure you kind of got a gist of what the bike is about. I'll go over the frame real quick, but what I wanted to say is, like, this is a very nice bike. If you're looking for something that you can commute with, this is a really solid choice. Get the spare battery if it's still on sale for $99. I'm telling you, that's a really good deal. And overall, just super stoked to be riding this and to be commuting with this to my job. I'm really happy that they sent me this, and I'll do a follow-up video once I hit 500 miles on this bike to let you know about the reliability, if I had any sort of issues, if I had to, say, bleed the brakes. Because so far, it seems like this one is a little bit firmer than this one, so I gotta give it some time and see how they hold up. But that's why I'm gonna do the follow-up video. So stay tuned, make sure to subscribe if you wanna see that in the future. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I appreciate your time. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.